Good morning to all and welcome to the session. Practice questions based on exam topics, especially bank exams point of view. The first five questions go with error location. Please read the first sentence and try to spot the error. The university that I taught is located on the outskirts of the city. The university that I taught is located on the outskirts of the city. So where is the error? No, on the outskirts is perfect. Nothing wrong with that. In the outskirts, not correct. On the outskirts. Nothing wrong with on the outskirts. Located on the outskirts. You all have the same wavelength. I see one student in, a lot of students say in. Manoj, almost you have got it. Here, the university that I taught, that is not correct. The university in which, or the university where I taught. The university in which I taught, or the university where I taught, but not that I taught. The university in which I taught, in which, that is correct. You can also say where I taught. Here, I was taught, we don't use I taught. I taught there. Where? In that university. And here you have to recollect words like, if you take a mini mind, a word map, if you take the word city, you have to think of words like downtown. Downtown means what? The busiest part of the city, the market area. You have to recollect the word ghettos. Ghettos, we also use the word rundown areas, means backward areas. You should also think of the word slums. You should also think of outskirts already you see here. You have to think of suburbs. Suburb, we also use the word satellite town. So based on city, these are the, you can also think of the word city slicker. Urbane. Urbane goes with sophisticated, polished. Yes, very good. Now let us go to sentence number two. Most of my co-workers have been transferred to various neighboring districts. Nothing wrong with the word urban. You can write. I appreciate, right or wrong, it doesn't matter. In a way, it is related. Underbelly of city, yes. Most of my co-workers have been transferred to various neighbor districts. Where is the error? Remote areas, okay. Most of my co-workers have been transferred. This is in passive voice, have been transferred. Most of my, no problem. Co-workers have been transferred to various, no problem. Neighbor districts or neighboring districts. Neighbor is not correct, we have to say. Neighboring districts. Neighboring districts is correct. So what is this question about? It is about word forms. Same word but a different form. We cannot use he is my neighbor. That is, have I said that? Oh, my mistake. So neighboring districts, no, neighbor districts not correct. Neighboring districts. And here, neighbor, a person, it could also be an area, a locality, a residential area. And what is this question about? It is about word forms. Let us go to question number three. Though my father spent a lot of money on our education, he refused to give us no pocket money. My mistake. Sometimes it happens we are so conditioned, the actual expression comes out while reading out. Then we use the word conditioned, word form related. Yes. Though my father spent a lot of money on our education, spend money on something. He refused to give us no pocket money. An easy one. Remove money? No, no. Here we have to remove the word no. It goes with what we call redundancy. Not required. Though my father spent a lot of money on our education, he refused to give us pocket money. That's enough. Any is also not required, Sonarika. Any money not required. He refused to give us pocket money. That is enough. All that we have to do, remove the word no. It is not required, unnecessary or superfluous, redundancy. So what is this question about? Redundancy. Often ideas and concepts are passed on from one generation to the next without being questioned. Often ideas and concepts are passed on. Usually the adverb of frequency, if you take adverbs of frequency, they have to come between the subject and the verb. Ideas and concepts are often, but if there's a helping verb, they should come after the helping verb. But here it has been used, this pattern, for emphasis. Often, ideas and concepts are passed on from one generation to the next without being questioned. Because of the context, sometimes we start with the word often, but generally speaking, remember there are four rules that go with adverbs of frequency. What are the adverbs of frequency? Always, often, regularly, repeatedly. And here there are four rules. How many? Four. The first one talks about between the subject and the verb. Second one, if there are two or more after the first verb. And the third one after after helping verbs. What is a helping verb here? Are. Actual sentence. Ideas and concepts are often passed on from one generation to the next. It should be that way. And the fourth one, two helping verbs, they don't follow that rule. They take adverbs of frequency before them, not after them. What are those two helping verbs? Have to and used to. These two helping verbs take adverbs of frequency before them, before, not after. This is an important rule. All the four rules are important. So answer should be no error. Question number 5. Funds that are collected in the morning has to be disbursed. Disburse means distribute. Funds that are collected in the morning has to be disbursed as new loans by afternoon. Have to, pronouns like I, we, you, they, has to, third person singular. Third person singular has to, other pronouns have to. Here, what is the subject? Funds. Funds that are collected in the morning, that is a clause. Don't consider a clause or a phrase after the subject. Now you ask the question, will you say funds has or funds have? Obviously, funds plural, we have to use a plural verb. Funds have. So what is this question about? This question is about subject verb agreement. As simple as that. Now we have 5 questions based on fillers. 2 or 3 are a bit challenging, and 2 or 3, excuse me, very easy to answer. It was to everyone that the minister had been drinking. Had been drinking goes into past perfect continuous. Based on that, you have to understand. Good morning. Now someone says, Which one? Not required. Already I have given one rule. What is that rule? Who is that? That's a good question. Satish Kumar. When it comes to countable nouns, no article, generally speaking, omission of articles, important dimension. If you take countable nouns, generally speaking, no article, plural countable nouns. I will make it more specific. Fund singular, funds plural. Again, if you take two examples, usually I give child singular, children plural. Children are usually inquisitive. Computer singular, computers plural. Computers are very useful. Here it's a general statement, we should not use any article. Funds that are collected, general statement, so no need of any article. I hope you got it. It was observed too. Grammatically, they don't match. It was known, hold this one. It was discovered by, so two cannot be considered. It was realized too, grammatically not correct. It was unfortunate that, not two. So what is the answer? It was known, it is known, it was known to everyone that the minister had been drinking. Very good. The teacher read the children the story of the Titanic. The teacher read what? Or you should ask a question, read. I will not say that. First you answer. The teacher read the children the story of the Titanic. The teacher read also the children does not make any sense. The teacher read to whom? To the children. Hold this one. The teacher read again the children. No. The teacher read well the children. There is no continuity. By the children does not make any sense. What is the answer? No. Fourth option is not correct. The teacher read well the children. No. The teacher read to the children the story of the Titanic. Answer is two. Second option, two. I was annoyed, John, for arriving late. This has been given in many competitive exams. In fact, all these questions are from previous years' papers, bank exams. You can assess the standards, some from SSC as well. I was annoyed. Even SSC, they have given many a time based on SSC fixed prepositions or preposition combinations. Very important topic. I was annoyed by John. No. Here we have to say with John. Annoyed with a person, annoyed at something. Annoyed with someone, annoyed at something. Exactly. That's right. Here you cannot use about. I was annoyed by John in different context. In a different context we use, but nothing wrong as such. But exam point of view and the rules point of view, here they're trying to find out whether you know the difference between annoy at and annoy with. What is the difference? Annoyed at something, annoyed with someone. Yes. Annoyed at someone. Not correct. Annoyed at something. And annoyed with someone. Here, John, person. So we have to use with. The student did not pay. You should be able to answer this. It goes with students. Exactly. Annoyed at his behavior. Annoyed with him. Exactly. Not one and the same. Combination is different. Meaning wise, perhaps there is no difference, but angry, angry with, annoy means angry, obviously. The student did not pay what? Attention. This at any cost you have to answer. Awareness, notice, closure. Did not pay attention to the instructions. Please pay attention to the instructions, usually we say. It is that John did not hurt himself when he fell off his motorbike. Fell off, OFF here. Get rid of, only one F, but here double F. It is luckily. You don't use an adverb, pay no heed. Yes, very good. Who is that? I don't want to read out. I know who that is. It is understanding that. It is found that. It is knowing that. The sentence talks about someone is lucky, fortunate, because he fell off his motorbike but not hurt. He did not hurt himself. Contextual awareness. It is fortunate that John did not hurt himself when he fell off his motorbike. Contextual awareness. This para jumble from one of the previous year's papers. My para jumbles are rather challenging, a bit difficult. Don't think I'm bragging or blowing my own trumpet, but this one easy, should not be that difficult. Try to get the correct order. Classroom discussion can be initiated in order to answer this. This very question cannot be the first one. No, it talks about, it is found that, no, contextual awareness. It is found that we don't say that. When something happens, what happened here? Something like an accident. What is the context here? That's what I say. It talks about an accident. Any accident, we don't use the word find or found. We say fortunate, unfortunate, lucky, not lucky. He met with an accident, but lucky, he was lucky, he was not hurt. He had an accident, fortunately, he was not hurt. These are the two words we use. Met with an accident, had an accident, lucky, fortunate, he escaped unhurt. You can say that also, yes. That's what I precisely call contextual awareness. You can hold this one, yet cannot be the first one. This, if you take demonstrative pronouns and adjectives, any sentence with a demonstrative pronoun or adjective cannot be the first one. Neither cannot be the first one. How could one explain this strange behavior? Demonstrative adjective cannot be the first one. A sentence that begins with a conjunction cannot be the first one. So, what is the first sentence here? An electric current could not be made to traverse distilled water. B is the first one. Very good. What is the second one? Here could not be negative word. Based on that, neither would solid salt offer free passage to electricity. Here it talks about free movement. So based on that, it should be BD. No, no, not BC, BD. That is the right pair. Muhammad has got it right. It is not BC. There are two things. One is through distilled water, the other through solid salt. Now, based on these two, yet contrasting information, when salt and distilled water, please listen very carefully. Travels means travel, movement to travel. Here, salt, distilled water. Third sentence, obviously, were mixed. Then the solution became a liquid through which electricity could pass with ease without any difficulty. Obviously, these three line of thought. Then comes a question, how could one explain the strange behavior of solution? How come? No, before that, and as the current passed through this solution, a deep seated decomposition took place. F is the fourth one. Exactly. Travel, pass through. Then you have question, how could one explain the strange behavior of solution? Classroom discussion can be initiated in order to answer this very question. Simple. BDCF one group, EA one pair. Question: how could one explain this strange behavior? Discussion can be initiated to answer this very question. Answer is BDCF and EA. Idioms to reach adulthood. All these idioms are very important. They've given many a time in different competitive exams. To reach adulthood means what? Golden age, dog's age, over the hill, age before beauty, come of age, to become mature. I'm sorry, to become mature. Period of prosperity, anything that is positive, we use. I have already done, Avinash. There are two sessions, 8 a.m., the Hindu editorial analysis, and 8:45 a.m., practice questions based on exam topics, bank exams point of view. Yes, you can say that also, donkey's years. So I have already done. Sure, I will do it. Here, period of prosperity, golden age. A long period of time, dog's age. We also say donkey's years. Yes. Too old to perform as well as before. Means what? Over the hill. C. To allow older people to go before younger ones. Age before beauty. Age before beauty. That's all for today. Please remember to subscribe and share. Also, download the app. I'm going to come up with new courses. I may provide free material. You don't have to pay. So, nothing wrong. If you download the app, you will definitely get benefited. Have a nice day. Thank you very much.